You could think
You know?
about that as sure,
So I was
sure.
thinking then, does that mean that they all have a
They have a
different
nature.
God?
Yeah, they have a different intrinsic nature. That's another way of thinking about it.
Yeah, because of the environment and the factors that they face as that species. So then Pablo's God might be slightly different to my God if we're talking about, because I'm trying to understand if like this idea of God is a set of evolutionary motivations,
Yes, that it is, and it is that. You
or
can
if
think
it's
about it as rising up from the material world or descending from on heaven. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter fundamentally. It's the same. It doesn't matter.
but
Those are different ways of looking at the same problem.
when I say evolutionary motivations, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel so divine. It doesn't feel like a reason to gather in a church. It feels like I'm just kind of a robot that's being steered by these motivations of don't do that, do this. This feels good. If you're with your friends and family, you feel good, so do that more. And if you're with your friends and family, you're safer, so you're more likely to have kids. Or is it this sort of divine thing that we society have told us God is, where we should worship and we should thank you so much and go to a church and get on our knees and pray? Because they're two very different things. One is like practical and pragmatic, and the other one is this divine thing.
Okay, here's one way of thinking about it. So I mentioned that in the story of Abraham, God is the call to adventure.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's a definition. Now, the divine that's put forward in these library of stories has multiple characteristics. He's characterized in many ways, but there's an insistence that that reflects an underlying unity. Now, the unity is incomprehensible in its essence. Okay, so you have to accept that as the initial starting point. You're not going to get the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see something complex from a variety of different perspectives. Okay, in the story of Noah, God is the impulse that comes to the wise to prepare when trouble's brewing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so now you can think of that as an instinct. You can think about it as
Gut instinct, intuition.
negative emotion,
Yeah.
anxiety, but it's more than that, because you can be afraid of something that isn't real.
Yeah.
Okay, now you might have to ask yourself, okay, what are the preconditions for your fear? What are the preconditions to the validity of your fear? So you're afraid, and you should be. Well, let's say that's a characteristic of someone who's wise.